Hello and welcome to The Last Word. I'm Gargi Rawat. Today on the show, we take a look at the promises which are being made to the Delhi electorate with the high-stakes polls just around the corner in February. In fact, the BJP today unveiled the second installment of its manifesto, Sankalp Patra Part 2. There you can see you had former Minister Anurag Thakur there with the second manifesto with a host of additional promises that was released today. It made promises to students, to street vendors. It even promised to tackle corruption. In fact, all three parties in the fray, the ruling Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP and Congress, have all released their manifestos or guarantees, if that's what they want to call it, and highlighting various schemes that they are promising and programs that they plan to offer should they come to pass. So promises galore, lots of promises regarding LPG cylinders. Tenants are also being targeted, auto drivers, hawkers, all. And education is a big theme as well in the run-up to this election, from providing monetary benefits to women, senior citizens, to subsidize electricity, LPG cylinders, healthcare. Healthcare is another big theme in this election. The AAP has announced an allowance for granthis and pujaris, while BJP's offering is promising meals at Atal canteens for just 5 rupees. So today on the show, we're going to focus on the elections and the handouts versus the real issues, because remember, the real issues in Delhi remain, of course, health, pollution is a huge issue, employment is a huge issue, the polluted Yamuna is one of the big issues the capital is facing. In fact, today, after the BJP promised free education to needy students, Aam Aadmi Party was quick to dismiss the promises as dangerous. Arvind Kejriwal said that. Let's take a look.
दिल्ली में सरकारी शिक्षण संस्थानों में जो जरूरतमंद छात्र हैं, उनको पीजी से लेकर केजी से लेकर पीजी तक की मुफ्त शिक्षा देंगे। केजी से पीजी तक मुफ्त शिक्षा मिलेगी दिल्ली के जरूरतमंद छात्रों को सरकारी शैक्षिक संस्थानों में। जी हां, आपने ठीक सुना, केजी से पीजी तक मुफ्त शिक्षा प्रदान करेंगे जरूरतमंद छात्रों को सरकारी शैक्षिक संस्थानों में।
सबको अब मुफ्त शिक्षा बंद करके जरूरतमंदों को देंगे। इसका मतलब लोग इनके नेताओं के घर के चक्कर काटेंगे कि मेरा भी मुफ्त करा दो जी, मेरा भी मुफ्त करा दो जी। मैं दिल्ली के लोगों को चेतावनी देना चाहता हूं, ये बहुत खतरनाक पार्टी है।
All right, well, to talk more about the promises versus promises and also the real issues that Delhi is facing, we're now joined by Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, and Dr. Nishant Anand, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Charu Pragya, first to you, your response to what Arvind Kejriwal said regarding this promise of free education that the BJP has made today. And he said, we're already giving free education. In fact, this means the BJP will take away free education from some and only offer it to the very needy.
Gargi, a very good evening to you and good evening to all our viewers. You know, the amazing thing about Arvind Kejriwal is that he tells so many lies that he cannot keep track of all his statements. So let's not pay any heed to what he has been saying, because come 2 hours later, his statement is going to change. Let's remember that giving free education to every single citizen of this country has been a focus of Bharatiya Janata Party. Every single citizen of the country, I'm saying, not just Delhi. And that is what the new education policy has been focusing on. Up till now, it was still a limited age. It was till the age of 16. But that purview is going to be extended in the days to come. And some states have already implemented it. So if BJP comes to power in Delhi, we can actually make sure that the NEP is properly established in the state of Delhi and people get good education even in government institutions. In the case of Aam Aadmi Party, they have been going on and on about their education model. But the fact of the matter is that when they give their own RTI reports, they show us that nearly half the schools don't even offer science stream. They show us that so many of the schools, to the tune of around 40% of them, do not have a principal to lead them. So the reality of Aam Aadmi Party is much, much different from what they try to project in their humongous ad campaigns. You know, it is said, वो हाथी वाली कहावत है, खाने के दांत कुछ और है, दिखाने के दांत कुछ और है. That needs to change for the people of Delhi. Every
all right, let let
needs
Dr.
to be
Nishant
followed
Anand actually
through.
answer that, because education has been one of the big achievements that Aam Aadmi Party has touted about the schools, etc. So, Dr. Nishant Anand, your response to what Charu Pragya is saying?
Hi, good evening to everybody. See, I'll start by saying the Aam Aadmi Party works on acts and facts. So I'll give you a few numbers. Number one, Aam Aadmi Party has created 22,700 classrooms in Delhi. More than 30 new schools has been constructed. Now, we will only talk about education because today they said KG to PG education. Now, let me give you a few facts about BJP. BJP government school budget of Gujarat is 12% less than Delhi. They have one teacher in their 700 schools. Now, 6,300 schools has been closed in Gujarat. They don't even have one mohalla clinic, one civil hospital in Gujarat. There is no state of BJP where they have 24 hours electricity. Now, let me come back to education. Aam Aadmi Party, 734 students in 2024 cleared NEET and UPSC exams. You talk about any state of BJP, 22 states. None of the states have one government school which has, good toilets, good classroom, good teachers. None of them has it. Now, one more thing, we provide free education to all. Their manifesto, their condition is not for everybody. Now, 450 schools has been closed in Rajasthan by today, January 2025. Now, the education of budget of Haryana has been reduced by 7%. See, Aam Aadmi Party from day one has mentioned कि सबको शिक्षा, समान शिक्षा, अच्छी शिक्षा. There is the first state in Delhi, first party has announced it, and we have delivered it. Now, we talk about Haryana, UP, Gujarat, Rajasthan. None of the states have an education model. None of the states have government schools. We have 47,914 regular teachers precisely by today. We have last thing, 7 schools in top India are from Delhi. New schools constructed by Aam Aadmi Party. See, Aam Aadmi Party काम की राजनीति करती है, आंदोलन से बनी पार्टी है. Whatever we have promised, we have delivered. ना 2 लाख रुपए खाते में आए, ना 2 लाख नौकरियां लगी, 15 लाख खाते में नहीं आए. गंगा मेरी माँ है, मोदी जी ने कहा था, साफ नहीं करी. ये पार्टी, this party allows.
Well, AAP has also promised to clean the garbage that's there around Delhi, and that garbage mountain that's such an eyesore. But before that, Charu Pragya, the fact that the BJP released a second manifesto, that's raised, that has been something interesting to see. We're also joined by Neerja Chaudhary there. But first, Charu Pragya, if you can answer about how come a second manifesto was released.
So first, let me quickly respond to what the AAP spokesperson has been saying. So he talks about the model of education in the state of Delhi, but he's got no replies to any of the queries I have raised about his own government's RTIs. So I don't think he's aware that schools cannot function without principals. I don't think he's aware that making 2 schools shine and 100 sink is not the way ahead. And if the education model in Delhi was so fabulous, why does Manish Sisodia take a loan to send his children to Canada to study? So let's face reality here. Your ad campaigns is not going to get you votes anymore. What is going to get you votes is deliverance on your promises. Because Gargi, when you connect the dots, the word out of the mouth of a person who has sworn on his kid's head and still lied can't be taken seriously at all. This is unfortunately the truth of Aam Aadmi Party. So whether it is education, whether it is healthcare, whether it is misleading the women of the city,
whether it is in any of your state.
I'd like to get Neerja Chaudhary in here as a Delhiite, as somebody who, Neerja, both you and I you of course longer been here in Delhi, and Delhiites, suffer various issues, be it the air pollution, be it the polluted Yamuna, be it the garbage. But with all the parties making all these promises and a bunch of handouts are being promised, women are being offered all kinds of things, a monthly allowance, students are being told that you'll get free education, KG se leke PG tak. But as a Delhiite, what are the real issues you feel that need to be focused on?
Look, if you were to ask me as a resident of the larger NCR, I would simply put pollution. If you cannot safeguard my right...
I can't agree more, yes.
Breathe. Basically, to breathe, to be able to live. Forget education, forget money, forget... even Yamuna water, clean drinking water is also a basic right. If you don't ensure me as a politician that I elect, my right to breathe, then that's not good enough for me. And what is very disappointing, we can go into analysis of who's doing better and who's not doing so well, but it is very disappointing for me that none of the three main parties have come out with an action plan. This is what we are going to do to deal with the pollution. It's gone on and on and on every year, every winter. There is this smog. Look at it. Look at Delhi like this. Of course, for the last 2 days, we've had sunshine, and we thank God for that. But to say, that it's not only Delhi responsible, center says it's not us responsible, it's Delhi. Others say Punjab is also involved, UP is also involved, Rajasthan is also involved, stubble burning is involved. I, as a citizen, want you to tell me, okay, all these states are involved. What are you going to do to get them on board? All right, you have a very bitter relationship with the center and the BJP at the center. What are you going to do to reduce that bitterness, to make any action more meaningful for us?
All
You are
right,
not
let me
worthy of
take...
being put there if you cannot assure the people of Delhi, that you will deal with pollution. Other things will follow.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And Dr. Nishant Anand, earlier we used to have Arvind Kejriwal when he was Chief Minister blaming all the states around Punjab. Punjab is now under your control. Suddenly it's become, Rajasthan and Haryana, etc. that's causing the pollution. But really, as Delhiites, to have a capital that is so polluted is firstly a shame. With all the parties offering all these health schemes, I mean, if the air could be clean, perhaps so many people wouldn't be constantly falling ill either.
Yes, see, I will answer this. This is a very simple answer for this. I have the report of this year, 2024. Haryana, UP, Delhi, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, all the northern states, the pollution was high. Haryana has maximum pollution. UP has maximum pollution. But now the only point is the Aam Aadmi Party has to answer. I'll tell you about Punjab. Our stubble burning has been reduced by 70%. In Haryana, it has been increased by 44%. Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, it has been increased. Now we need to understand every northern city facing the same issue. So the state and the center government has to come together and resolve the problem. But BJP spokesperson will not have the answer. They will only blame Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal ji. We are willing to work with center government, but we cannot fix the problem of Delhi when Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, UP are increasing their stubble burning, are increasing their industrial waste. So this problem has to be fixed together, and we are willing to work with BJP and center government.
All right, Charu Pragya, what is the BJP offering Delhiites in terms of clean air?
So, Gargi, let's put pollution into perspective, and I completely agree that one of the biggest issues this city faces is not having clean water to drink and clean air to breathe, and that needs to change, and that can only change when the government of Delhi changes. The fact is, 1,200 crore of the green. I don't know what's the problem with this man. Doesn't he understand? If I'm not
okay, just a moment, let us
speak. You need to answer the question.
Nishant Anand, just let us speak, please. Go ahead, go ahead.
This is not how debates are conducted on NDTV.
No, please go ahead. Go ahead. One moment, just let us speak. You had your say, just let us speak, please. Charu Pragya, go ahead.
Ramesh Viduri ki party हमें नहीं सिखा सकती how to conduct the debate.
So, Gargi, you know what? There are several channels where a lot of interruption goes on, and I'm fairly
go ahead, Charu. Go ahead with what you're saying.
But projecting rudeness on channel, which is known for quite civilized conversations, is terrible, and that just shows the mindset of Aam Aadmi Party. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Grow up, grow up. Now let's come back to facts.
Please tell Ramesh Viduri to grow up. Please tell Parvesh Verma to grow up.
This is not.
All right, Nishant Anand, just a moment. Let her answer on this issue of the pollution. What is it that the BJP is going to do differently?
What's this guy's name? What is his name, this Aam Aadmi Party fellow?
No, I introduced him. He's Dr. Nishant Anand. Yes, but Charu Pragya, go ahead on what your BJP offers Delhiites.
Yeah, so I would suggest to Aam Aadmi Party to teach basic manners to people before they are sent on television.
Suggestion. We don't need Ramesh Viduri
All
ki
right,
party's
just
suggestion.
A moment. Let us just let her answer, please. I'm going to have to put your mic down for a moment just to let her answer. But go ahead, Charu Pragya, tell us what is it the BJP is going to do on this pollution crisis?
No, Gargi, I'm first going to make sure that the fellow who comes from the political party of the man who can swear on his kid's head and then change has got no right to be raising his voice to me, and he better learn some manners, or I'm going to make sure complaints are made against him. Okay, and if you can't have basic manners, don't come on television.
All
Now
right,
let's
just
get
go
down
ahead,
to the fact
Charu.
of pollution
Please,
in Delhi.
let's get on with the discussion.
No,
Yes,
Gargi,
go
I am
ahead.
not going to allow
I won't
someone
let
to
him
speak over
interrupt
me.
you. I'm sorry, Nishant Anand, we have put your mic down briefly just so that Charu
Thank
can
you.
speak. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, because I could have interrupted him. If I can have manners, he can do the same. Now, let's understand that a lot of problems in Delhi are due to vehicular vehicular emissions. And this study has been done several times. In fact, the Supreme Court has made observations and pulled up the AAP government when it comes to the environment in Delhi, when it comes to dealing with the mountains and mountains of garbage, when it comes to dealing with air. The green cess amount which was collected in Delhi has been siphoned off. It's not used for the people. Crores have been spent on the Yamuna. At last count, it was 8,000 crores plus with zero impact. Also, the public transportation is not getting improved at all. And even there is siphoning of money that is happening. The CAG report specifically talks about issues of the environment, but since 2017, CAG report has not even been tabled in the assembly. This is the reality of Aam Aadmi Party. So when documentation goes against you, you hide it. You push it under the table, and people of Delhi deserve better. That report specifically says that money has been used elsewhere or siphoned off, filling up your pockets. As for Bharatiya Janata Party, let's understand that our focus to clean the environment is going to be twofold. One, if you want cars to reduce on the streets, you have to make sure people are given sufficient public transportation. Number two, if the surrounding regions of Delhi are resorting to burning of parali or any other thing which is causing pollution in Delhi, that needs to be put a stop to. I don't know
Right.
where this fellow gets his data, because
All right.
the satellite data.
We will let
satellite
Dr.
data
Nishant
actually
Anand,
very clearly
respond to that. But we also have Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, joining us on the debate. And Rashid Kidwai, we were talking about all the promises that all the parties are making to the people of Delhi. Free education, allowances for women, also promises to hawkers, promises to rickshawalas, promises to tenants. But if we really go through it, what is the real promises? What are the real issues that Delhi is facing? And do you feel as a Delhiite that the parties are addressing those issues?
Thank you, Gargi. I think far from it. The political parties are not addressing the core problems of Delhi. There is nothing what my friend Chadopakia was saying about environment, pollution. There is a federal government and it can do a lot of things. If there is a sort of, vehicular pollution or any other problem, why is the central government not implementing such schemes? Is the Delhi government opposing any of those schemes? The answer is no. The second thing is about statehood, the political problem of Delhi, actually who rules Delhi. There are a lot of things. The BJP has gone back to its promise of full statehood, which was there 10 years ago. Now it's obviously opposed to the idea of full statehood of Delhi. So Delhi lacks a political character of its own. There is too much of central government, lieutenant governor interference, and of course there is, three-part MCD. So therefore, the Delhi problems are compounded because Delhi elected representatives do not have a say. As late Arun Jaitley had said, it's the tyranny of the unelected.
Right, absolutely. So, Dr. Nishant Anand, the Aam Aadmi Party is actually facing double incumbency in the sense, you're from Delhi and also MCD, which is now under your control. So, a lot of issues, on both these fronts. And when you keep saying that the BJP or the center is not allowing us to do this, or it's impeding this, or it's impeding that, why wouldn't people then vote for the BJP and go in for that double engine sarkar that they keep promising?
Because they have a comparison of 22 states where BJP still have the government, and they can compare that none of the state has 24-hour electricity, none of the state have security cameras, none of the state have electric buses, none of the states has Mohalla clinic model, none of the state has government school, civil hospital, none of the state has it. I was in Gujarat last week. There was not even one school running, which has teacher and students are getting the basic requirements. So we need to understand the BJP spokesperson was threatening me for a complaint. I welcome her to do it as soon as possible. We need to understand Aam Aadmi Party is the only organization, is the only party, who is committed to deliver and give the tax money back to the people of Delhi. And we have the examples. 27,000 classrooms has been created. 3 lakh CCTV cameras, 7,700 electric buses, top 7 schools in top India, 20. I can take them tomorrow morning to 10 schools that we created. I can take them tomorrow to 10
didn't create
new
any
mohalla
school.
clinics tomorrow. I can take her to show her 30 new flyovers tomorrow morning. And they can take me to any state, 22 state, show me 5
All
schools,
right.
show me 5 hospitals.
Can I come
show
in?
me
Nirja
they have
Chaudhary, we're
nothing.
discussing
Zero.
all these promises that are being made and whether
allow me 20
the
seconds to
BJP,
respond,
AAP,
Gargi?
Congress is also there somewhere in the fray, but also the larger implications of this election. I just want to touch upon that, given that you have a big opposition leader, Arvind Kejriwal, also someone who's on, somebody on a national stage as well, and the implications that this has on the opposition and its fight against or its challenge to the BJP.
Look, this election is about Delhi, and Delhi is the second largest city in the world today with 34 million people. That's like a small-sized country. And it is a challenge. The urban governance, it is really a symbol of urban governance and the kind of governance we're going to have. But at the political level, the Delhi election has become very, very significant and high stake, particularly for Arvind Kejriwal, because if he wins this election and becomes the chief minister for the 4th time, then he will be viewed very differently at the national level. It will also give new heart to the regional satraps inside the India bloc. Mamata Banerjee has already made a pitch for the leadership of the India bloc to the disadvantage of the Congress party. And if Kejriwal wins again, I think that movement will get a push, that the regional parties will become more powerful within this India bloc. So, yes, there are implications for that.
Right.
If Kejriwal loses this election, then, I think it may become an existentialist crisis for the Aam Aadmi Party, because Aam Aadmi Party will then be a sitting duck for the BJP. There'll be erosion. The BJP will try and break the party. They will try and, form a
let me get Rashid Kidwai also in on this, because Rashid Kidwai in this election...
It's a very high-stake election for Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
Absolutely. So, there are various themes. One is, of course, the Delhi we all live in and what we want changed and how we want our lives to be better, and be it the air pollution or water pollution, etc., etc. But as I was, speaking to Nirja, the larger implications also are there of this election.
Absolutely, Gargi. I think it's a very sort of litmus test for Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. If he wins, then there's going to be no going back on his leadership. He has, national ambition. He has a pan-Indian sort of recognition, as the sea voter had once suggested, that, ahead of Mamata Banerjee, M.K. Stalin, Hemant Soren, etc., many chief ministers, he is seen as next to Rahul Gandhi. So Rahul Gandhi will have reasons to, worry and Congress, because they will be a new challenger and someone who doesn't have much of a baggage. So I think it's Arvind Kejriwal's victory would not hurt BJP so much as it would hurt the Congress and particularly Rahul Gandhi.
All right. So final word, Charu Pragya from you, final comments. It's a big election, and also the Delhiites deserve better. Lots of promises being made, but we really want to see some real change.
Absolutely, Gargi. Delhiites deserve better, and the basics of that is having air to breathe and water to drink. Aam Aadmi Party has failed us on that count, and even the Mohalla clinics that their spokesperson mentions, its data shows that their doctors are examining 1.5 patients a minute. 1.5 patients a minute? Like, how much can you scam the people of Delhi? It's impossible to do that. So it's all such data. I hope that in the days to come, Delhiites get what they deserve, which is a good, devoted government.
All right, Dr. Nishant Anand, final word to you.
See, I like to tell all the viewers that Aam Aadmi Party has worked day and night for the 11 years, and education, security, safety, healthcare, we have delivered on our promises. Now, हमने ना बोला कि 2 लाख नौकरियां देंगे, 15 लाख खाते में आएंगे. We have not given fake promises. We will keep working for people of Delhi. With folding hands, we want you to give us 4th time full mandate so that we can work for the people of Delhi.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you all for joining us on the program. Lots of promises being made by all political parties, but it's the real issues that really matter to the Delhiites. That's it for the moment. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.